she will always come back to that one guy. There is always that one.
Warning. If you are one that is easily triggered, click off now. These are cold facts, ugly truths in my opinion. You've been warned.
Babies, you locked into another video with your boy Alex, and we're back again with another clip. And today we're gonna discuss why the Imprint is undefeated. So we ain't gonna waste more time, let's go straight into it.
Tattooed his name on my booty.
Where?
On my booty.
Where?
On my booty.
On your booty. Yes, you did.
And we were broken up.
Yes, you did.
All my friends were like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you tattooing his name on your when you're not with him? And I said, because this is his. If he ever comes back for it, I'm gonna give it to him. And anybody I'm with needs to know. So I'm putting it there. So if they know, if it happens, they already know it's his. And my friends were like, you are crazy. I was like, I do not care. That's just what it is. I know that's what it is, right? So I go meet him in San Luis Obispo. I walk into the hotel. Like, we were so happy to see each other.
I got a fly room.
It was amazing.
Fly view right on the beach.
Yes. So, you know, it's that time. I take off my clothes and then I just turn and walk away from him. He goes, what is that? And then I was like, take a closer look. And he was like, that's my name. You put my name on your And I was like, yes, because it's yours. It's always been yours. It's always going to be yours. And I don't know what's going to happen with us, but that's just what it is. I love you. You're so cute.
Got a big fillet grin.
Look at his little grin. Look at his little grin.
Inside, like I'm dancing. I'm mad. It was great.
So, for any guy that does not understand what this phenomenon is, this is called universally an imprint. A couple ways you can go about it. You know, a first love can be an imprint. You can usually tell who the imprint is by the type of guy she likes. A certain archetype of guy she deals with, let's just say dreads, tattoos, or light skin, green eyes. There tends to be a pattern of the type of guys that the woman dates. You know, she might date a different type of guy, but if you line them all up, you'll tend to see a pattern. The man that imprinted her first, she's always gonna have that desire for that original guy. So any guy after him is going to be similar in looks, you know. For a man to be an imprint, like I said, he can either be her first love, be her best, I guess you could say, sexual encounter. And for a man to overwrite another man's imprint, he has to be her best sexual encounter. People are like, no, what the like she said her best friends were just baffled, didn't understand why she got this tattoo of this man on her, right? None of her female friends have probably never experienced this. They don't have an imprint, so they're not gonna understand what's going on. But this is what happens with females. When you see girls, especially younger ones, go crazy for a certain type of guy, and they're just doing dumb shit, like they under a trance or a spell, and you like, yo, what the is wrong with her? I mean, it could happen to a guy too, but this is usually prone for females. She just doing crazy shit. Like, if he told her to go rob a bank for him, she'd probably be dumb enough to do it. You know why? Because that's the imprint. That's the motherfucking imprint, and that's the way the game go. Even though he broke up with her, they didn't get it. She didn't get it why he was with her, and that's the cold part about that one. She didn't get it while they were together. He broke up with her, and then she got the damn tattoo, bro. And then she made it known to any guy that she was dating after that, that this is such and such is, and if he comes back for it, I'm gonna give it to him. That's cold right there, bro. I ain't never heard no shit. That boy cold, man. Now, I don't know, some of my exes, some of these females I previously talked to, maybe they need to take some notes, because, listen, if you haven't won a man back and won him back, that's definitely a way to do it. Now, that's a little abrasive, that is a little outlandish, but that is definitely a way to get his attention, if anything. Even if he doesn't take you back or take you seriously, that's the way to get his attention. She just made up in her mind that this guy was her guy, whether he liked it or not. So even if he had went off, had a family and some kids with a whole other woman that was happily married, let's just say, she just was like, this is what it is. So I guess she was just gonna be content with being a side piece. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys don't understand this, man. A lot of guys don't understand this. See, the thing with girls, right? We preach not to be a simp and don't let a girl walk all over you, and you know you have to assert a certain amount of dominance in a relationship, right? But that does not mean be a straight kid. That don't mean like, you know, just boss around and stuff. There is a difference between being commanding and being assertive. There's a thin line, but there's a difference. Women like assertive guys, not commanding guys. Commanding means it's like you're trying to force something, but when you're being assertive, you're telling her, listen, this is what it has to be. You're still giving her an option, but you're telling her what needs to be done a certain way. They like that, you know, because women like to be led, whether they want to admit it or not. They like to be led, but you want to be her best experience, and not just. It doesn't have to be strictly sexual, but that's gonna be the nail in the coffin. But just give her the best experience overall. A gentleman, give her certain experiences that she's not getting anywhere else. I saw this video, and I forget the YouTuber's name, but he was telling like this story about how he would have lady friends that would come over. He thinking that, oh man, I'm like, you know, I just sleep with these women and I really don't care for them like that. But little did he know, he was the best option out of the bunch. So even though he felt like he didn't have no emotional attachment to these women, he was trying to figure out why they would still coming back. And they would tell him, you have your shit together, you have your purpose, you know, you have your own place, and you don't put your hands on me. They expressed to him that a lot of the other guys put their hands on him. And let me tell you something, I know a handful of girls personally that has had an ex-boyfriend put their hands on them. I feel like if you're gonna be upset with a female to the point where you're gonna put your hands on her, bro, you shouldn't be in a relationship at all. And like a pimp once said, you know, if she can piss you off to the point where you have to get into a physical altercation with this female, you ran out of the game. Your mouthpiece don't have enough. You don't have enough vernacular, bro, to talk her down out of this situation. You know, you have to have a way with words. You have to articulate certain things. You don't have to put your hands on the female, right? And with that being said, he probably wasn't, you know, in the grand scheme of things, the best person, but out of the lineup, he was a fucking champion. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, sometimes girls don't have a whole lot of experience to pick from, and you just might be the best option out of them. So they just tend to stick to you. You know, as a guy, it's so hard, right? It's hard to be an imprint for a female if she's not had any experiences, right? If she hasn't had any of these things, it is a pretty challenging feat. But if you can manage to, you know, have all of your place, finances, you know, your hygiene in shape, look good, smell good, know how to talk to them, know how to woo female, right? There are so many facets to being a man. And understanding a woman, if you can decode all of these complexities, you got her, bro. It's over. Even she can play like it ain't what it is, but she know what it is. This guy right here, he said he had I don't know where she said she met him at, but that wasn't no fucking rinky dink motel. That was a high-end place. I am 95% sure that was a high-end place. So this guy probably he probably was high status guy, right? He had money, probably had the look and all of that. And women understand these things. If they get a good guy or a guy that is hitting on something early on, there's a high likelihood that even if they don't stay together, that he will always be in her life. He will always be in her life at some point, in fashion. She might have this guy there, this guy here, but she will always come back to that one guy. There is always that one guy that a female will come back to. Under any circumstance, the decision is that gonna be you, or you gonna leave that for another chump. That could be you. That could be you for multiple females. For you to get to this level, you have to understand certain things. You have to be on your purpose. You have to be the one of ones. You have to be the pick of the chosen. It's not every day that you come across the female that will tattoo your name on her after y'all break up. And it almost makes me think that she's the one who wronged him. You know what I'm saying? And she knew she fucked up. That's what it almost makes me think. Whether she fucked up or not, he was the imprint. You don't get that type of pull on a female without being an imprint. You get what I'm saying? But I don't know. But I do know one thing though. Make sure to dot your I's, cross your T's. It's your boy Alex. Catch y'all on the next